The excerpts of the Zoom webinar that we just watched was part of kicking the campaign to grow the audience of this, the RNL Revolution Nothing Less show, into high gear. We're going into battle, not mainly against the haters, naysayers, people, and organizations who seek their place within this system. We are in a political battle to organize the forces for an actual revolution to overthrow this system and bring about a radically new and far better system. We are living in a moment when revolution could be possible. There is a framework and a roadmap for that revolution in Bob Avakian's decisive work for this time. Something terrible or something truly emancipating. Profound crisis, deepening divisions, the looming possibility of civil war, and the revolution that is urgently needed. In the opening paragraph of this work, in addition to key works that Bob Avakian has written, BA says that everyone concerned about the questions reflected in the title of this work should go regularly to our website, revcom.us, and watch the weekly YouTube show, Revolution Nothing Less, that sharply illustrates why a real revolution is urgently needed and is possible, and what are the goals of this revolution, and how to be part of building for this revolution. Brutal and murderous white supremacy, male supremacy, and other oppressive relations, the deepening crisis in society and the world overall, including the constant wars and continuing destruction of the environment. All this cannot ultimately be resolved in any positive way within the confines of the system that rules in this country and dominates in the world as a whole, the system of capitalism-imperialism. And because of the deep divisions in this country, divisions that cannot be reconciled within the normal workings of the government and society, there is the possibility to break the hold of this system over the masses of people and repolarize society, bringing forward and building the forces of revolution, first in the hundreds, in areas all over the country, and welding them together as an organized force, and to develop and train revolutionary leaders on the basis of the scientific method and approach of the new communism that has been developed by Bob Avakian. This is the fight for the future that future to be truly emancipating. And a key battle in that fight is taking up and building up the audience of the RNL Revolution Nothing Less show quantitatively and qualitatively. In every episode, we expose the outrages and crimes of this system, going to the root of the problems and showing how the oppression and the exploitation of this system cannot be reformed, bringing home to people that any other solution other than revolution is, in the final analysis, bullshit, as Bob Avakian has shown. But here's something else. The masses of people who hate the shit this system does to them and the people around the world are themselves filled with all the bullshit lies and ways of thinking, from this putrid me-first culture to believing in salvation through gods that don't exist and that keep people chained in mental slavery. Taking up and going into political battle with this show every week is part of casting off the shackles of mental slavery and getting with the liberating scientific method and approach of knowing the world as it actually is and changing the world through revolution to emancipate humanity, bringing to people the new communism and the leadership of Bob Avakian. You don't like what this system does to the people? Get 100 people to watch the show. People tell you they don't want to watch a show about revolution and the new communism. Tell them they don't know what they're talking about and to stop opening their mouths and letting the system speak, as Bob Avakian has called it out. Watch the show every week with friends or family. Show it in a cafe or a bar or a community center and let the discussion rip and let us know about it. For the RNL show to break through the algorithms of YouTube and the social media, for posters and stickers to be everywhere, it's going to take a lot of money for materials and advertising. So become a Patreon today. Donate. Become a subscriber to our channel and all of our social media at the RevCom. Sign up to join our online group that is meeting to work on spreading the RNL show. Comment below and join the dialogue. Every week on our show, we're going to take a comment or a question from the comments below and speak to it. There needs to be a big society-wide debate over reform versus revolution. Don't let people bullshit you and deceive themselves and others with all the midterm election hype. Bring them the liberating truth, the real deal of getting organized now for a real revolution with the RNL Revolution Nothing Less show and the revolutionary leadership of Bob Avakian.